Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to learn about some built-in functionalities of list. So the very first function we are going to understand today is append. So let us understand that what is the functionality of this function. So append method adds a single item to the end of the list. That means it is used to insert the elements inside list. As we know that lists are mutable in nature. That means whatever the changes we are going to perform, those changes will reflect permanently into my list. So, what is the syntax for adding the element into the list? List dot append item. That means list, whichever the list I am taking, in which I am going to add the element, and then my function name append. Inside my function, I am passing the element which is to be added into the list. So, for example, this is my list one having 4 elements. Now I am going to add one more element 5 inside my list 1. So, print function is going to return me this list. So, earlier we had 4 elements. Now we added one more element and automatically this element has been added at the end of the list. So this is how the append function works. But yes, there is one limitation with append function, and that limitation is that we cannot add number of elements one at a time. We can add only one element one at a time. Next, append method adds a list also as a single item at the end of the list, which forms nested list. Like, as we are adding one more element inside the list, in the same way, we can add one more list also at the end of the list. But that list will be counted as a single item or element in the list. So the syntax for the same is list1 dot append. Inside my append function, instead of passing a value or the element, we are passing one complete list. For example, this is my list one having 4 elements. List1 dot append. Now, inside my append function, I am passing one list of 3 elements. So my print function is going to return me the nested list. 5, 6 and 7 elements are not going to be added as elements after 4. But these elements are added in the form of a list. That means if I check the index position of my list elements, then 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. The another list is added at 4th location. So my complete list of 3 elements is counted as an element inside my first list. So this is how we use append function. Now, I can show you this practically as well. So let us move on to the interactive mode of Python. Now, I'm going to take one list. List 1 is equal to like 1, 2, 3, 4. The same example I can show you by implementing. And list 2 is having the elements 5, 6 and 7. Now, what am I going to do? I'm going to add, or we can say append, list 2 into list 1. So list 1 must be written in the starting having append function, and inside my append function I'll be passing the list 2 which I'm going to add basically at the end of my list 1. After this I need to give print statement for list 1. So I'll be getting this list. Right? Now if I'll be checking the index position, like if I say list 1 of 4, then I'll be getting this particular list at 4th location. That means 5, 6, 7. These 3 elements are the part of my list 2. And this whole list has been stored at the 4th index position of my list 1. Now, as many times I'll be printing my list 1, I will get the same result because the changes are done permanently into my list 1. And list 2 will remain same because we have not done any change in my list 2. It is still same 5, 6 and 7. Only the changes are done in list 1. Now similarly, we can add a single item also at the end of the list. For example, we have list 2, 5, 6 and 7. Now if I'll be taking list 2 dot append and I want to add 8 at the end of my list, then I can do it. And when I'll be printing my list 2, it will be printed as 5, 6, 7, 8. That means the permanent changes have been done in list 2 as well. Now my list 1 is this and list 2 is this. That's why we say that lists are mutable in nature. So I hope you have understood the functionality of append function. So keep watching, keep practicing. I will come with more tutorials in my next video. Till then, stay safe, stay happy.